channel. My name is Matthew, and thanks all to you for all your feedbacks. Mr. Abel, special thanks to you. He literally called. He's always messaging me. He's always reaching out. I want to appreciate you for that. Thank you for other subscribers also that are always reaching out to me. I appreciate you guys. So today I want to talk about how to avoid or reduce mortality of your young rabbits, your winners. And I'm going to talk about it right from the day old to their weaning stage and probably to when they are like adults or even growers at 3 months. But it is common for most beginners who have issues of raising young rabbits successfully. Now, this is where the issue starts. Number one, if you practice inbreeding, you're definitely going to experience one mortality. And what is inbreeding? Crossing a brother, sister of the same mother together. Are you getting it? Crossing brother and sister that were given birth to by the same mother the same day. If you cross them together, their bloodline are similar. That's inbreeding. The possibility of survival is very slim. You understand? So don't practice inbreeding. That's number one. Number two, if you want to have babies, rabbits that grow well and perform very well, use good quality parent stock. Good quality parent stock. And if you want to get the best quality parent stock, you can get it from our farm. You understand? The best good giant rabbits, good quality parent stock, can get it from our farm. So use good quality parent stock. That's number two. Number three, make sure you use a older buck to cross your doe. How do I mean? If your female is 6 months and you want to cross your female that is 6 months, use a buck that is 7 months or 8 months old. The buck that is older than the female will give a better result. You understand? So that's another thing. The number four is that let your female rabbit be matured enough. Some people say, oh, sometimes some female used to cross or allow for crossing or even come on it when they are 3 months or they are 4 months. Yes, it can come on it, but don't cross it yet. It's not because of her, it's because of the babies. Their survival will be slim because the mother is not matured enough. And then sometime their size as the time she delivers them will be very small. And then when that happens, they might not be able to survive very well. They might not be able to grow very well. So let the mother be at least 5 to 6 months old before you cross her, so that she can give birth to good quality litters. That's number three. Number four, if you have like 3 or 4 or 5 females, I always recommend in my videos that you cross all of them at the same time. Crossing them together will help you to have babies that are in the same age group, and also when they deliver in the same week, if for any reason or the other they deliver in the same week, you understand? If one delivers 10, for instance, another deliver maybe 3, you understand? You can foster from the 10 4 babies or 3 babies and take it to the one that gave birth to 3, so that there will be a balance, so that the mother that gave birth to 10 will not be under too much pressure to take care of her 10 babies, while the other one that has 3 is just enjoying. But by the time you foster one to the other, there will be like an equilibrium in the middle, and then all of them can grow very well. Now the next thing is that sometime after delivery, the mother rabbit can suffer some form of infection or the other that you might not notice, because it has happened to me before. Because she is grown up, she might still be able to withstand herself even with the infection. But this is what the consequence is: the babies will be dying. I once had a situation like that where the mother was actually nursing 10 babies, and all of a sudden one will die today. They were still, I think they were still around 7 to 8 weeks that time, so they were still very small and they were still literally on breast milk only. So it happened that one would die today, another one would die tomorrow, another one would die next tomorrow. So I have checked everything, and the mother was healthy and active. He was eating, so there was nothing wrong, but I knew that something was wrong. So what I did is that I dewormed the mother with ivermectin injection, and immediately I did that, that was the end of the death of the baby. So literally the mother was the one that was infected, and correcting the infection with ivermectin injection actually transferred the content of the ivermectin injection to the babies that were still alive, and that was how they stopped dying. Do you take note of that now? So that is very, very important. You understand? Then another thing is that when they have 4 weeks, at 4 weeks now, they started eating with the mother, they started drinking with the mother. 4 weeks, this baby has started eating with their mother, and that time they become more vulnerable. So what you should do is this: at 4 weeks, you should administer coccidiosis drug, like anti-coccidiosis drug, like Mazi, like Embacock, Embacin Forte, Amprococ. You understand? These are very good anti-coccidiosis drugs. There are many brands actually. So you can administer it when they are 4 weeks inside their mother water, because at that time they are already eating the mother's feed. They are also drinking their mother's water. You understand? While they are still sucking, but they will be eating more and sucking less at 4 weeks. Now, most of the time, I always recommend that people should wean their rabbits at 5 to 6 weeks. Now, these are the factors that will influence when you should wean. If your rabbits give birth to 6 babies, then you can actually wean them at 4 weeks or maximum 5 weeks, because 6 baby will grow faster. But if your rabbits give birth to 10 babies, you might want to wean them at 6 weeks, or you might even want to wean the fast or the bigger ones at 4 weeks and leave the smaller one with the mother. Then only 6 weeks you can win them. Why we do that is because the bigger ones will always make sure the competition is high, so the smaller one will not be able to get enough breast milk. You understand? But when you win the bigger ones out, then you give the smaller one the privilege of less competition, helping them to feed better and grow better as well. Now, when you win your baby rabbits, you are also to win them into an anti-coccidiosis drug for 3 days. Please note that. Win them into anti-coccidiosis drug for 3 days. Most of the time when they are with their mother, they are stronger and they are more agile. Then when they are no longer with their mother, they become vulnerable. So to help reduce the vulnerability, you can do well to inject and to give them anti-coccidiosis drug, which I've mentioned before: Embacoc, Embacin Forts, or Amprococ, or any brands of anti-coccidiosis drug. This is very, very important to help increase the survival of your rabbit baby. Now, when you have weaned them, which I'm going to show you shortly now, those ones that I have weaned in this place. When you wean your baby rabbits, one of the first things you want to do is to ensure that you give them the volume of food that they can finish in a short while. Are you with me now? You want to ensure that you give them a food that they can finish. Maybe if you're feeding them around 8 a.m. in the morning, you want to give them a food that they can finish probably between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. in the afternoon. Why are you doing this? Young rabbits are such that they are prone to overfeeding. They are prone to what? Overfeeding. And sometimes the overfeeding can lead to bloat. It can lead to a lot of issues, which tends to kill them faster. That's why I don't encourage any beginner out there to start rabbit farming with winners, because you don't have the technical knowledge, you don't have the experience to handle winners yet. So it is very, very, the tendency of them dying is very high, because you don't know what the symptoms of their diseases or their sicknesses are, and then it can bring losses. But it's always better for you as a beginner in rabbit farming to start with either growers or matured rabbits. I don't encourage you to start with winners. It's not a good idea at all. You understand? Sometimes even if you buy from far location, the change of environment alone can actually affect the winners, because the growers are 3 months, the matured are 6 months and above. Those ones are stronger. They can withstand different environments and different, change of weather and feed and so on and so forth. But winners, they can react and begin to die. You understand? There was someone that actually contacted me and wanted winners as a beginner, and I discouraged him from getting winners. Yet he went ahead and got the winners, and I think he lost like 2 out of the entire number he got, which was not a good one. So that's how to avoid such kind of repetition. So, but when we're talking about winning them and ensuring they are safe, number one, you want to ensure you put them in a place where they are not overcrowded. Winners love to move around. They exercise their body. You understand? It helps them to grow well, and it's also a sign of good health and healthiness. You understand? So you want to ensure that you put them in a place where they can move around, where they are free to roam around, and they are not compacted or overcrowded. They must be free. It must be a free environment where they can move to left and right and so on and so forth. You understand? That's number one. Number two, you want to give them a small ration of food. You don't want to give them something that is too much for them. You don't want to give them something that is too much for them in order for them to survive. You understand me? This is very, very, very important. You understand me? So the next thing is that you also want to ensure that you are observing them. An active rabbit should be moving up and down, in the cage, should be moving up and down, actively eating, feeding, or just doing one thing or the other. An active rabbit should be moving up and down. But in a situation where the rabbit is just standing on the same spot for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, something is definitely wrong. So you want to observe your rabbit and ensure that they are actively engaging and not sticking to one location or one side, one corner of the cage every now and then. You understand that now? So another thing is that you also want to ensure that the mother is healthy before you wean the baby. Let the mother be healthy before you wean the baby, because when the baby are still breastfeeding, a healthy mother will definitely give an healthy baby. You understand me? She will feed the baby well, which will largely determine their growth and development ratio and their muscular development as well. But when the mother is not healthy, then the baby should not be healthy. So you want to ensure that the mother's health is in place before you wean the babies. You understand me? That is right from when she was breastfeeding them and all. She must be okay, she must be alright, she must be in her best possible state. Then the babies will be able to perform at their own best possible state as well. You understand me? So that is very, very important. Then by 8 weeks, your rabbit will have grown bigger and they will have become bigger. Now, at that point, if where you kept them when they were 5 weeks or 6 weeks cannot contain them, you might want to separate them maybe to another row. Maybe if you are together as 10, you might want to put them as 5, because now they are bigger and then you want to ensure that the space contains them. You understand? So that is very, very important. Now, another thing you can also do is that apart from the organic medication that I talk about, like anticoccidiosis, another very good immune booster for rabbits that are winners when you have weaned them in their young age is you can make a compost of garlic, ginger and turmeric for them. So you get your garlic, your ginger and turmeric and you cut them into pieces, put them inside a container, maybe like a water bottle, and soak them with water. Let the water fill the bottle. Leave the bottle for like as long as possible, but anything from 3 days after, it will have fermented. Now you can drop a little quantity of that fermented ginger, garlic and turmeric mix in their water. It boosts their immunity. It boosts their health. As a matter of fact, it actually boosts the libido of your male rabbit. So if you have a male rabbit that is not very active, this mix I mentioned now can actually boost their activeness. Now, the thing about garlic and ginger and turmeric mix is that even though it boosts their immunity, I always recommend that you use it for maximum of 3 days. Maximum of 3 days mixing in their water, and then you can return them back to the normal water by the 4th day. Why is this so? Because the effects in boosting their immunity is very strong, and if you use it excessively, it can also bring about retarded growth. You understand? It can reduce their growth. So in order not to experience that, 3 days is okay, just to boost their immunity, and then your rabbits are good to go. Now let me show you what I was talking about. You might also want to ensure that you use a surface area like this that enhances their access to good and quality feed. Now another good thing that I think I should have mentioned earlier is the fact that clean water should be made available to them. Now look at it now. We are currently in the dry season. This water I've given it to them since morning and it is filled, but now it has gone down, and this is around 5 p.m. in the evening. I'm going to fill it up again because they're going to drink water overnight before tomorrow morning. You understand? So you want to ensure that they are look at this environment. They are not overcrowded. There's enough space for them to move around. You can see I have about 9 of them here. You understand? They're going to be here till they are around 11 to 12 weeks before I separate them. So this water, I'll fill it up again. So you want to ensure that you give your winner rabbits clean water. Now, I must say this because it's very important. A lot of people say that rabbits don't need water. Please, that thing is a blatant lie. Human beings themselves eat and drink water. You understand? So you want to ensure that you give your rabbits clean water. It is very important. As a matter of fact, the rabbit that drinks water more grows more, because that water will enhance their digestion, and that will help them to grow and add more weight, compared to the one that does not drink water but is only eating. That one will not grow as fast as it ought to. I hope you understand that now. Okay, so that is what I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any question, please do have to drop your question in the comment box. I'm going to answer your question, and until next time when I come your way, I'll bring more quality video. If you are new on this channel, my name is Matthew. Please do subscribe to the channel and like this video. And yeah, someone asked me about an antibiotic you can actually use for rabbits. A very good antibiotic is ivermectin injection. There's another too, but I think from my experience, the injection is very, very effective. You understand? So, but also, depending on the situation that you're using an ivermectin injection for, I always recommend that if you inject your rabbit ivermectin injection today, we want to place the rabbit on multivitamin tomorrow to boost